Day 2 of the SCAC tournament here in San Antonio. And not the matchup really anybody was expecting in this first elimination game in the losers bracket. The Shriner Mountaineers face the one-seeded Texas Lutheran Bulldogs. Here is your starting lineup for the Mountaineers. Center fielder Mallory Solis, left fielder Danielle Pedraza, designated player Yadira Lopez, catcher Hannah Coleman'sberger, right fielder Kendall Lippold, third baseman Tassie Tatum, first baseman Courtney Hurry, second baseman Annie Wallace, and shortstop Riley Olhausen. In the circle for the Bulldogs will be Sydney Willette. 7-0 record, 1.5 ERA, 56 innings pitched, 0.89 whip, 19 strikeouts to 5 walks. She will certainly give the Mountaineers a tough challenge. First game of the day, first of 5 games today, as Mallory Solis watches that one for a ball. Does not take the slap attempt. 6 teams today will enter, but at the end we will only have 2 for Championship Sunday. The bell will toll for 4 teams' seasons potentially. That one in there for a strike. And TLU was stunned yesterday when they lost to the Tigers in their tournament opener. They got a bye from the first round, lost in the second. It's the first time that they've ever lost in that second round. That one misses. So 2-1 count now to Solis. And for the Bulldogs, you can't help but feel that everything went wrong for them in that game. And they're looking to make their way back to the championship, but to do so, they need to make it through this gauntlet of the losers bracket. Count evens up with 2-2. Sydney Willette, a junior out of Corpus Christi, has that one grounded, and that'll be an easy first play by the shortstop Lindsay Leal. You see the first ground out of the game, one of many that Willette will get, I'm sure. Solis just not fast enough for the arm of Leal, as Danielle Pedraza out of San Antonio, potentially the most dangerous bat on this Mountaineer team, batting in the 2-hole position today. She batted in the 3-hole position yesterday, as Shriner dropped their tournament opener against Southwestern. The final score of that one was 8-3. So 1-1 count now for Pedraza. The hometown player trying to get some magic for the Mountaineers. It wouldn't be the first time that a Mountaineers team has gotten some magic on their side, as the appeal over to the first base umpire says that no swing, so ball 2. Next pitch from Willette. Nothing going there, so 3-1 count for the 2-hole hitter. And Pedraza, a senior, one of many on this lineup for the Mountaineers, waits and gets a walk, showing off her patience. So Mountaineers have a runner on here in the top of the first. They scored in the top of the first against Southwestern, thanks to the player in the box right now, Yadira Lopez, out of Kingsville, Texas, .310 batting average. Soft grounder. They go for second, and the throw over to Clark. Clark cannot hold on to the ball, so the Mountaineers, with 1 out on the board, have a runner in scoring position. As you see, it took a weak bounce off the ground, and that throw was in time, but Clark could not collect it. Maybe Clark not expecting it from the fielder's choice, as that pitch misses inside. So rough goings for Willett early on here. But you saw how strong some of these infielders' arms are for the Bulldogs. They can easily turn a double play, as Hannah Coleman'sberger watches that one as well. So 2-0 count now for the Shriner catcher. As for your defensive alignment for the Bulldogs, we'll get into after this pitch, as that one is grounded up the middle. Step on first, and the throw to the step on second, throw to first. That's a double play. And that is just what the Bulldogs needed. They get out of the top of the first. We'll get into that defensive alignment in the next inning, I suppose. Clark collects that one, steps on second, throws to first. It's easy like 1, 2, 3 when you're the Bulldogs. Shriner strands 2 as we head to the bottom of the first frame. And we are back. Your starting lineup for the Bulldogs: second baseman Kaylee Clark, shortstop Lindsay Liao, right fielder Madison Johnson, designated player Serena Gonzalez, left fielder Bailey Hudgens, first baseman Laura Hernandez, third baseman Kylie Jack, catcher Isabella Rodriguez, and center fielder Annie Kay. As your starting lineup for the Bulldogs. In the circle today for Shriner, Amanda Pollock out of Alvin, Texas. 3-3 record, 5.59 ERA. She pitched against Southwestern. Had the most success out of any Southwestern pitcher, but has to face a much more dangerous Bulldog lineup, as Kaylee Clark, the speedy Kaylee Clark, leads things off for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the first. As Pollock's pitch misses, a 1-1 count. So Clark, 1-1 count. Something that had never happened before to her happened yesterday. She got on base and was caught stealing. Before then, she had stolen 61 consecutive bases. One of the many unfortunate events that befell the Bulldogs yesterday. Trying to make good of it today. 1-2 count for the leadoff hitter. As that one misses. 2-2 count. We have another good crowd. The Shriner faithful have traveled out here to San Antonio. It's such a trip down I-10. That one misses. Full count now for Kaylee Clark. Clark has drawn plenty of walks in her first year with Texas Lutheran. Next pitch, and a swing, says the home plate umpire. And Shriner's fired up as a strikeout. So it will be logged in the scorebook.
Number 2 slot, shortstop number 77, Lindsay Liao.
That brings up Lindsay Liao, a runner that is just as fast. Pollock's first pitch misses, so ball 1. But Kaylee Clark, very dangerous on the base paths. So a strikeout was the best thing that Shriner could have asked for. That one misses. 2-0 count. Shriner led by head coach Melissa Hansen in her second season with the Mountaineers. as that one misses. 3-0 count to Liao. As Liao is another dangerous base runner. And she finds her way on base by drawing that walk. It'll bring up Madison Johnson.
Right fielder number 4, Madison Johnson.
Madison Johnson been having a good year for herself. Liao, 22 for 23 on stolen base attempts. Make that 23 for 24 because she did steal a base against Trinity yesterday. Strike one to Maddie Johnson, though. One out in the bottom of the first. And the throw over to second. Liao will take second base on the steal attempt. The throw from Coleman'sberger is dropping a bit too low. Riley Olhausen over at shortstop. Had to go down to pick it out of the ground. And steal attempt to third. The ball goes in to left field. As there was a bit of a collision between Olhausen and Liao. You see her going off there. There's a bit of a tangle up between the base runner and the fielder. So now Liao at third. Bulldogs threatening early. That one hits the ground way before it gets past the plate. 3-1 count for Johnson. These two schools are about equidistant from each other when you look at the distance from San Antonio, as Johnson draws a walk. And that was what befell Schreiner yesterday.
Batting fourth, player number 40, Serena Gonzalez.
The game may have gone different, but the Schreiner pitching staff issuing too many walks, walking in a couple of runs that put the game out of reach for them. But Serena Gonzalez is batting in the cleanup position today, working with runners on the corners. The first year has had a very good season for herself. As Johnson will go ahead and take second base. No throw. You can't try and throw to second when a runner like Liao is on third, because she will run home. And she will likely score. That one gets away from Coleman'sberger, and Liao will come in. So make that Texas Lutheran 1, Schreiner 0, as the Bulldogs strike first here in the bottom of the first. So Gonzalez working with a runner at third as Johnson also moved up. The pitch from Pollock misses. So 3-0 count to the cleanup hitter, who has a monster slugging percentage, a monster amount of RBI, and 10 home runs to boot. Swings through that one. 3-1 count. Holds the rookie record for home runs at Texas Lutheran. Texas Lutheran led by head coach Wade Wilson, as Gonzalez puts that one out into center field. It gets down in front of Solis. And Johnson comes in to score. So an RBI single for Serena Gonzalez. The lineup keeps moving. Now to Bailey Hudgens.
Batting fifth, left fielder number 12, Bailey
The 5-hole hitter. Working with 1 out on the board in the bottom of the first. The senior out of Dripping Springs, Texas. 1-0 count as she smartly watches that one for a ball. Next pitch from Pollock. That one fouled off. And Hudgens, one of 2 seniors in the lineup for the Bulldogs today. Next pitch from Pollock. That one is fouled off. So a 1-2 count. Bailey Hudgens and the Texas Lutheran Bulldogs looking to win and keep their tournament alive. That pitch, that one lined out into the gap, and that one gets down past a diving Solis. Gonzalez is heading around third. The throw will not come to home plate, so an RBI double for Bailey Hudgens.
RBI double for Bailey Hutchins.
That ball just getting past Solis. So now it is 3-0 advantage of the Bulldogs. That one just driven out and to the gap in left center. And Solis almost made a play on it, but the diving play just falling short.
Runner is Harley Russell, number 3.
As Harley Russell will pinch run for Hudgens.
Batting 6th, first baseman number 14, Laura Hernandez.
As Laura Hernandez will come in to try and drive in another run for the Bulldogs, who have put up 3 runs in the bottom of the first. This is 1 seed versus 6 seed. Texas Lutheran. Hernandez puts that one out into center field. Solis brings that one in. So 2 outs on the board now for the Bulldogs. They have 1 out to work with in the bottom of the first now, as Kylie Jack will be the one to come up to the dish. First pitch from Pollock. That one weakly grounded over to Olhausen. They make the play at first. Put it out to Courtney Hurry. That'll end the first inning. TLU puts up 3 runs in the bottom of the first. You see a replay here. Just weakly grounded. Olhausen scoops it up, gets it over to first. And that ends the first inning. So Bulldogs 3, Mountaineers 0. We head to the second inning. In the top of the second, the leadoff batter for Schreiner, Kendall Lippold. The 5-hole hitter will try and get things started in a good way for the Mountaineers. Watches that one go in for a strike. Willett puts that one in the zone, so 0-1 count. Lippold, the first year out of Richmond, Texas. Takes that one. So 1-1 count. The only first year in this lineup for the Mountaineers that is senior and, well, really it's just senior dominated. 6 seniors and then 1 junior, 1 freshman, 1 sophomore for the Schreiner batting order. These seniors trying to go out with a bang. Someone's grounded over to Leal. Makes the throw over to Hernandez at first. That'll be 1 out away in the inning.
Batting 6th, third baseman number 30, Tacey Tatum.
As Tacey Tatum will step on up to the Oche. Tatum out of Peaster, Texas. See, hitting .213 on the year. That one misses, so 1-0 count to Tatum. And Trainer had a runner in scoring position in the first. Willette trying to continue her good day because she got out of that slight jam. This is a very dangerous Texas Lutheran pitching staff. Coach Wilson telling me that the most comfortable thing was knowing that they have 3 pitchers that can go out there and get them wins and do their part as the count goes to 2-1. Yesterday, Strother certainly did her part. She only allowed 1 run, but the offense could not score anything. They were shut out. So 2-2 count. Now for Tatum. It was the first time the Bulldogs have been shut out since March 10th of 2021 when they were shut out by Concordia, Texas. That one tapped, and Willette will just apply the tag. So 2 outs in the inning now, as the baton is passed over to number 23, Courtney Hurry, the sophomore out of Waller, Texas. As you see, Willette scoop and tag there. First pitch to Hurry. In there for a strike. As Willette is attacking the zone today. Next pitch from Willette. That one is grounded foul. This is the first game for today. We have 2 more games where we know the matchup for certain. After this one, it will be Southwestern versus Centenary in the losers bracket. Then we will play the winners bracket championship, which will be St. Thomas versus host school Trinity. 1-2 count for Courtney Hurry. Next pitch from Willette. That one lined and caught by Kaylee Clark. That ends the top of the second. Clark flashes the leather. That'll be it for top of the second for the Mountaineers. We head to the bottom of the second. Bulldogs are up 3-0 over the Mountaineers. Stay tuned on the Tiger Network as we head to the bottom of the frame. In the bottom of the second, Bella Rodriguez will start things off for the Bulldogs. The reliable catcher for the Bulldogs made some nice plays behind the dish, looking to do some damage with her bat against Amanda Pollock. As that one is sent up the middle. Little liner up the middle, got past the glove of Pollock. So first pitch, first hit of the bottom of the second. You see the pitch from Pollock as Annie K comes up. That one just over the glove. So now another fast runner in Annie K. You see the corner infielders for the Mountaineers are ready for the bunt attempt. K out of Sinton, Texas. Nothing there. 2-0 count. Rodriguez on first. And Kay showing bunt. That one too high. 3-0 count. Kay wants to bunt, but she hasn't been giving a pitch to bunt yet. We'll see if Pollock continues to avoid Kay. That one in there for a strike. As Kay pulled back at the last moment there. Once again, the bunt shown from Kay. Pitch from Pollock. The bunt is laid down. It is deadened extremely well. The throw, not in time. As Kay legs it out. An excellent bunt from Annie Kay. Look at that, deadens very well. And the throw from Coleman'sberger, not in time. So now we go back to the top of the lineup with Kaylee Clark. She's 0 for 1 today. Struck out to start things off for the Bulldogs. Ball 1 for Clark. Certainly wants to have a great performance today. Looks like she's gonna drop the bunt, doesn't. Takes it for a strike. Of course, earlier in the year, the Shriner Mountaineer men's basketball team winning the SCAC men's basketball tournament as the 5 seed. See if the softball team can produce the same magic. 2-1 count for Clark. Corner infielders playing in. Bunt tried to be dropped, but instead it is fouled back. So 2-2 count for the speedy leadoff hitter. Clark has had unprecedented success in stealing bases. But to steal bases, you need to get on base. And with a full count, see if her patience is rewarded with a walk. And Coach Wilson telling me that he didn't like being the 1 seed and having a bye in the tournament. As Clark does draw the walk. So bases loaded now for the Bulldogs as Lindsay Leal will step on up to the dish.
Number 2 slot, shortstop, number 77, Lindsay Leal.
Leal working with bases loaded. Certainly a favorable situation for the 2-hole hitter. No outs on the board. That one hit up the middle and it gets through. 1 run will score. Kay comes around third. So a 2 RBI double as Leal heads over to second during the throw to home.
2 RBI.
So it'll be 5-0 favor of the Bulldogs. And the Mountaineers quickly coming together in the circle. And we will have a pitching change. As now entering the circle for the Mountaineers is Kylene Cusack. We'll give Cusack a moment to warm up here on the Tiger Network. We'll take a quick break. And after that break, we will introduce you to her. in the circle for the Mountaineers. Kai Cusack, 8-6 record, 5.01 ERA, 1.97 whip, 39 strikeouts, 51 walks. As Johnson drops the bunt, the throw back at home is in time. So Clark is out at home. But Johnson uses the confusion to head over to second base. So trying to preventing another run from coming in, but they have one out in the inning now. The bunt was good, but the throw in before Clark could get in at home. Serena Gonzalez is now tasked with bringing in the runners that are on base. She's certainly the one to go to. She leads the conference in RBI. And with two fast runners in Leal and Johnson, a good hit would bring them both home. That one grounded to Olhausen. The throw to home is once again in time. And it looks like they may let Gonzalez go to second. And Gonzalez is out at second. So that will end the bottom of the second. Coach Wilson, I don't think he's very happy with that call. As you see, that one was grounded over to Olhausen. She threw it to home and tagged out Leal. And Gonzalez was doing what the Bulldogs have been doing all day so far and being in between bases to try and bait a throw over to second. She got the throw from Cusack, but she didn't step on base in time and was called out. So instead of the base running trickery working, that will be the end of the second. We head over to the third. Bulldogs tack on 2 more runs and lead it 5-0 here in San Antonio.
Batting eighth, second baseman number 2, Annie Wallace.
Annie Wallace starts things off for the Mountaineers in the top of the third. They're down by 5 runs. They need to get a run on the board to keep up with the Bulldogs. That one is in there for a strike. Wallace out of Bernie, Texas, and 234 on the season. Because at this rate, the Bulldogs will be leading it by 8 runs eventually in this game. So 1-1 count. Next pitch from Willett. That one grounded over Willett's head. The throw from Clark to first, not in time. So Annie Wallace beats out the throw from Clark. And the Mountaineers will have a runner on first.
Batting ninth, shortstop number 3, Riley Olhausen.
That's Riley Olhausen, who made several great throws on defense last inning, will now try to get some damage done with their bat. Out of Hondo, Texas, hitting .317 on the year. Willett with the pitch. That one grounded down the third base line. It goes foul. Olhausen, one of many seniors. When I asked Coach Hansen about them, she said we have 8 altogether this year, and their impact has been off the charts. They're leaving a legacy for our program that not many are capable of. Their positive leadership has led us in such a strong direction this season. That one misses for a ball. Their work ethic on and off the field reflects just who they are when it comes game time and stepping between the lines to play. So high words of praise from Coach Hansen to the seniors of Schreiner, as that one is lifted out into left field.
Got it.
Taken in by Russell. So that'll be the first out of the inning. That one was given a ride, though, by Olhausen. We go back to the top of the lineup to Mallory Solis. That one in there for a strike. And Coach Hansen said Solis has a softball IQ that's at an elite level. She's continuing to strive to put pressure on the defense. We'll see if she can put pressure on the vaunted TLU defense. Willette working with a 1-1 count against the leadoff hitter. That one is fouled off. And Solis 0 for 1 today, grounded out in the first. As we take a moment to get the umpire that ball. 1-2 count. The pitch from Willette. That one grounded. It gets through. Split the gap between second and short. So 2 runners on for the Mountaineers. See a good piece of hitting there.
Number 9, Daniel Pedraza.
But in the exact perfect spot. As Danielle Pedraza, the one that the Mountaineers want at the plate with a runner in scoring position, they will have this good opportunity. The pitch from Willette. That one misses. On Pedraza, Coach Hansen said she has been working very hard at creating strengths and taking away her weaknesses with her approach at the plate this season. And with that above 400 batting average, you can certainly see it as that one's tapped out into right field. It lands foul. So the count evens up at 1-1. Get a good look at Pedraza here. But she's looking to drive in Schreiner's first run. On the inside, too far inside, 2-1 count. Back into the box goes Pedraza. It's a more favorable count to her. The next pitch from Willette. That one grounded over to Liao. They throw it to third and get the leadoff runner out. So Wallace will go back to the dugout. So Pedraza reaches on the fielder's choice. So Yadira Lopez, the one junior in this lineup today, takes that one for a strike. She had a couple of doubles yesterday against Southwestern. I think in the 3-hole this time. That one gets in there for a strike, so a quick 0-2 count for Lopez. The second time that Schreiner has had runners on first and second today. The 0-2 pitch from Willette. That one tapped foul. Looked like it would have been a ball if Lopez had just let it go. And the next pitch from Willette. Not over the plate. 1-2 count now. Trying to get Lopez to swing at something outside. One-two pitch. Swung on and missed. So Lopez strikes out to end the top of the third. Shriner, once again, strands runners at first and second. Due up for the Bulldogs, Harley Russell, Laura Hernandez, and Kylie Jack. We will take a small break on the Tiger Network as we head to the bottom of the third. Texas Lutheran 3, Shriner 0. Coming up to the plate is Harley Russell for the Bulldogs. She's batting in the 5-hole to go up against Cusack. Cusack, the first year out of LaSalle, Texas. Didn't get to really go into her much. But that one lined into right field. As that one was screaming at Courtney Hurry. Could not get her glove on it. That was a hard hit from Russell. She'll start the bottom of the third for the Bulldogs with a hit, though. Russell, freshman out of Fort Worth, will hand the baton over to Laura Hernandez. Ball getting away from Coleman'sberger, but Russell stays at first. Hernandez was called upon to pinch hit against Trinity, but she is a part of the starting lineup today. Next pitch from Cusack. Swung through. So a 1-1 count against Laura Hernandez. Coach Hansen told me that Cusack is young but a competitor. Someone is grounded over to Tatum, throw to second. In time. So they cut off the lead runner, Russell, at second. And allow Hernandez to reach first on the fielder's choice. That'll bring up Kylie Jack. Jack is 0 for 1 today. Young but a competitor, her competitive spirit and great attitude helps create and maintain her impeccable work ethic. As there is a conversation going on near the circle between Hurry and Cusack. Cusack, the first delivery to Jack. Someone misses. 1-0 count. As Kylie Jack, sophomore out of Richwood, fouls that one off. And the 7-hole position today in the batting order. One count. And Cusack versus Jack. Bella Rodriguez on deck for the Bulldogs. Hernandez on first. 1 out in the bottom of the third. That one too low. 2-1 count now. You can see Southwestern team making their way out to their little tent in center field. 3-1 count for Jack. As it is good weather here early on in San Antonio. Cloudy day today. So we don't have the sun beating down on us like we did yesterday. 3-1 pitch from Cusack. That one grounded over to Wallace. And Wallace did not apply the tag to Hernandez, and the throw to first was not in time. So the Bulldogs will have runners on first and second. Have a pinch runner for Hernandez, number 34, Caitlin Howard. Howard out of Waller, Texas. Listed on the roster as a pitcher. So a pitcher coming in to run for the Bulldogs. As Bella Rodriguez, who was a 1-for-1 today, hit a single in the second. Takes that one for a strike to start things off here in the bottom of the third, though. Working with Jack on first, Howard on second. Andy K on deck for the Bulldogs. Next pitch from Cusack. That one is too high. One count. Cusack's next delivery. Hits Rodriguez. So the bases are loaded once again for the Bulldogs. So hit by pitch called there.
Batting ninth, center field, number 24, Annie K.
So Annie K working with the bases loaded. Takes that one for a ball. She's 1-for-1 today. She singled in the second. A single here would score a run, maybe two, with how fast the Bulldog base runners are. But working with a 2-0 count right now, the Bulldogs are very patient. They have drawn many walks this year, 150 coming into the tournament to be exact. And that one drops foul. So what would have certainly been a 2 RBI play will just be a foul ball. 2-1 count now. And we are in the losers bracket portion of this tournament, so the loser will be eliminated. The pitch from Cusack. That one poked out into right. It is foul. So 2-2 count. As TLU threatening to put this game out of hand. The even count pitch from Cusack is fouled off. One out in the bottom of the third. So Schreiner could potentially turn a double play But with how fast the Bulldog runners are, getting a double play against them is very unlikely. The ball has to essentially be put in the perfect position. 2-2 pitch. That one grounded over to Wallace. The throw to home, offline. So it will be 6-0. Texas Lutheran. You see that? The throw to home has to come off home plate. So Kay on first now as Howard came in to score. Kaylee Clark, leadoff hitter, working with the bases loaded with 1 out in the bottom of the third. Takes ball 1 here. She drew a walk in the second. So Clark is patient enough to let Schreiner keep giving themselves self-inflicted wounds, because with every walk that they do, it'll score a run. That one popped up, and Coleman'sberger diving for it behind home plate. Can't get it though. As Cusack heads back to the circle. Kay on first, Rodriguez on second, Jack on third, Clark at the plate. And a 2-1 count. So 2-1 count for Kaylee Clark. Next pitch, that one fouled off. And this is the SCAC conference tournament. Whoever wins this tournament will get the SCAC's automatic qualifier into the NCAA tournament. For the past 8 years, Texas Lutheran has won every single conference tournament since they have joined. So a juiced count with juiced bases. As Cusack walking the tightrope against the Bulldogs. Clark versus Cusack. That one put out, and it will get down. 1 run will come in to score, and that will be all. So Jack coming in off that RBI single from Clark. So 7-0, Texas Lutheran advantage.
Number 2 slot, shortstop, number 77, Lindsay Leal.
Lindsay Leal, who walked in the first, got a 2 RBI single in the second. Can definitely do damage with her bat. So that one misses. 1-0 count for Leal. The Bulldogs, before their loss to Trinity yesterday, had only lost 1 time in this conference tournament. As that one is grounded, the throw to home will be in time. So run number 8 does not come in just yet for the Bulldogs as Rodriguez gets gunned down at home. Tatum able to make the throw.
Third, right fielder, number 4,
Madison Johnson, 0 for 1 today. Drew a walk in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the second. At a Round Rock, Texas. It's that one out into left field. Another run will come in to score. So an RBI single for Madison Johnson. That'll be run number 8. So now if we reach the 5th, And Schreiner still hasn't scored. The game will end.
Player number 40, Serena Gonzalez.
The bottom of the fifth, I should specify. Serena Gonzalez, 1 for 2 today. Cleanup hitter working with bases loaded. He singled with an RBI in the first, reaching a fielder's choice in the second. Of course, being the cleanup hitter, these are the situations you are expected to excel in. 1-0 count. That one hit out in to right center field. That one's gonna get down. That might clear the bases. 1 run scores, 2 run scores. Johnson coming into home. And a 3 RBI double for Serena Gonzalez. She is the conference leader in RBI for a reason, folks. So the lead balloons to 11-0, as that will be the end of Cusac's day. Schreiner calling to the bullpen once again, as Tristan Leisman will enter the circle for the Mountaineers. We will take a break on the Tiger Network to let her warm up. After that break, we'll introduce you to her. Tristan Leisman in the circle for the Mountaineers as they start things off against Harley Russell. Leisman has appeared in this tournament once so far. He appeared in that game against Southwestern. 4-3 record, 5.14 ERA entering this tournament. First pitch from her. Misses, ball 1. So Gonzalez brought down the house. There is a pinch runner on second. Try to get a number on that one over there. So number 27 is on second base. That is Kirsten Williams. That is pinch run. So Kirsten Williams coming in to run at second base, number 27. So Russell trying to bring in Williams. Pops that one up, and Coleman'sberger makes that catch. That ends the bottom of the third, but TLU has put up 6 runs in 1 inning. We head to the 4th inning. Bulldogs leading this one 11-0. We'll take a break on the Tiger Network as we head over to the 4th inning. Bulldogs up 11-0, starting the fourth inning.
Mountaineers batting fourth, the catcher, number 28,
Hannah Kolmansberger starting things off for Schreiner, the cleanup hitter leading off in the fourth. And for Schreiner, things are looking pretty grim for the game and for the season, as that one's grounded over to Clark. Kolmansberger will be a one pitch, one out in the top of the fourth, as number 44, Kendall Lippold, the sole freshman on the Schreiner lineup, 0 for 1 today into a double play. Willette continuing her domination of the Mountaineers. 2-0 count. So a good count for Lippold. That one misses. So 3-0 count for Lippold now. If Lippold can draw the walk. Willette has only issued one walk today. And I suppose that will be her second. Lippold gets a 4-pitch walk.
Batting sixth, third baseman, number 30, Casey Tatum.
As Casey Tatum, who was 0 for 1 today, try to work with that runner on first. They've had runners on first a couple times today, but nothing has come from it just yet. That one hit out over onto the fringe at right field. Clark showing up her speed, ranging over and collecting that one. So one out in the top of the fourth.
Batting seventh, first baseman, number 23, Courtney Hurry.
We'll bring up Courtney Hurry. Hurry is 0 for 1 today.
Looked out of bounds to the right field.
And that one, and therefore a strike to start things off for Hurry. Next pitch. That one hit the turf before it reached the plate, so 1-1 count now. As this is Courtney Hurry at the bat. Next pitch from Willette. That one swung through, so that'll end the top of the fourth. As Hurry will strike out. Bulldogs still leading it 11-0 as we head to the bottom of the fourth.
Fourth inning.
In the bottom of the fourth, the Bulldogs looking to continue putting up runs. Wiseman in for another inning of work. Have a change at the catcher's position, as Rebecca Gownley will now be catching for Schreiner. That one fouled off to start things off. So Gownley, a senior out of Houston, Texas, looking to get her some playing time in what is very likely to be their last game of the season. And the last game for the seniors here at Schreiner. That one. Wow, what a play by Olhausen. That was incredible. So the throw here, that one, just an incredible catch. As Reagan Jones, that came in to pinch hit, popped that one out. That one would have gotten down if not from the great play by Olhausen. So now up to the bat, Kylie Jack. Next pitch. That one misses. So 2-1 count. Looks like the Bulldogs do have a pinch hitter on deck. That seems to be Chloe Wells, awaiting a trip to the plate. 3-1 count for Jack, though. 0 for 2 today. Grounded out, reached on a fielder's choice. Grabs that one down the first base line, but foul. Got to bring the ball all the way back. This lineup having even more seniors on the field now. The pitch from Leisman. That's a foul ball. Leisman, first year out of Angleton, Texas. Trying to keep the score 11-0. That one fouled off. So Jack will not go down. Full count, 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. Wind blowing out here in San Antonio today. And that one was way too high. So Jack earns a free pass to first base and will get a pinch runner. As Reagan Hillis, that will be pinch running
Number 8, Reagan Hillis.
for Jack. And now pinch hitting for the Bulldogs, Chloe Wells.
Now batting number 32, Chloe Wells.
Wells, the freshman out of Dayton, Texas. Called upon to pinch hit here in the bottom of the fourth. That one misses inside. Ball 1. And the Bulldogs making many changes here at the end of this game. 1-1 count now as that one's in for a strike. They certainly seem to have the game on lock. That one misses. What does it mean to be a Shriner Mountaineer? According to Coach Hansen, it's one word: pride. And the steal attempt. Hillis takes second base easily. As Wells draws the walk, so runners on first and second for TLU now. As Annie K, 9-hole hitter, 1 for 2 today, will go on first and second. Working with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. That one misses. So 1-0 count to start things off for K. That one misses. 2-0 count for K. And this Shriner pitching staff has walked plenty of batters this year. Leisman, 21 strikeouts to 32 walked batters coming into the tournament. That went in for a strike, so hitters count 3-1. Trying to get out of the bottom of the 4th is Leisman and the Mountaineers. And that will be another walk. So the bases are loaded once again for the Bulldogs. As we cycle back to the top of the order, as Kaylee Clark.
Top of the order, number 7, Kaylee Clark.
Once again finds herself coming up to the plate with bases loaded and 1 out on the board. He singled with an RBI last time. That one weakly grounded. And 1 run will score. And Clark will repeat her previous performance.
1 run scores.
Get an RBI on the fielder's choice.
RBI, Kaylee Clark.
12-0, Texas Lutheran. This looks like Coach Wilson is talking to the home plate umpire. As it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for the Bulldogs. Number 6, Missy Miras.
Number 6, Missy Miras.
Miras out of LaGrange, Texas. I think 447 on the season, 21 RBI, 1 home run. Gets to work with bases loaded with a 1 out. The next game will be against Southwestern and Centenary. It's the 3 versus 4 seed. That'll be a good one. And be sure to catch it. So 0-2 count for Miras. Next pitch. So 1-2 count. And that one misses. So 2-2 count. Things are even up now as Ramirez is showing off her patience. When the Bulldogs played Schreiner, went very similar. They swept Schreiner in Seguin, beating them 10-0, 9-0, and 7-1. And right now they are up 12-0. Two count for Ramirez. That one misses, so Ramirez has worked her way into a full count. This would be the Bulldogs' highest offensive output since April 14th in Game 1 against Trinity. They scored 13 runs in that game. They've scored 12 here. Pitch. That one hit out. Is it going to get down? No, it will not. And that'll be a double play as Kay did not tag up at second. She thought it was going to get down. So a double play for the Mountaineers gets us out of the 4th inning. So going to the top of the 5th, Schreiner will have 3 chances to score at least 5. We will take a small break on the Tiger Network as we head over to the 5th inning. It's crunch time for Schreiner in the top of the 5th. As this is potentially the final 3 outs of the season for the Mountaineers. They'll start it off with Lacey Silva, a pinch hitter. Pinch hitting for Annie Wallace. Silva, the junior out of New Braunfels, Texas. Hitting .275 this year. Takes that one for a strike as Willette has absolutely shut down the Mountaineers. Only 2 hits have been allowed by Willette. And that one, a quick grounder over to Reagan Hillis, who's now at third. Gets it over to Kay over at first. As I believe we have Lial at short. So Annie Kay over at first now. So a bunch of defensive changes for the Bulldogs. As Riley Olhausen, the senior out of Hondo, Texas, working with 1 out on the board. Next pitch. That one misses. As you can hear, the Mountaineers chanting away. Willette has the signal. She fires. Fires a strike, so the count evens up. 2-2. Next pitch. Be 3-1. My apologies. So hitters count. Hitters count for Olhausen. She hit a pretty good one out into left field. That one given over to Liao, who makes the throw to first to Kay. And now,
Up the order, center fielder number 4, Mallory Solis.
Mallory Solis. Number 4, the senior out of El Campo, Texas. Stands as the final out not only of the game, but very likely of the season for the Mountaineers. First pitch, misses, ball 1. This is a Shriner team with many seniors this year. They have played their hearts out in the tournament. Things not going the way they wanted it to. That one misses, 2-0 count. The only thing that could seemingly stop the senior magic was a tough Texas Lutheran Bulldog team. Oh, misses, 3-0 count. Willett, 3-0 count. We'll give a 4-pitch walk to Solis. That'll pass the baton over to Danielle Pedraza.
Number 2 slot, left fielder number 9, Danielle Pedraza.
0 for 1 today. Pedraza, the most dangerous bat on this Shriner lineup this year. Takes that one for a strike. She's back in her hometown of San Antonio. Looking to make some magic happen. Mountaineers will have to score 5 runs. That one lined foul. So 0-2 count for Pedraza. She faces Willett, who fires the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And that'll be it for game 1 today as the Bulldogs blank the Mountaineers in a 12-0 game. That'll be the end of the tournament for Shriner, as they will be eliminated. Texas Lutheran will move on to face the winner of Southwestern Centenary, which is the next game after this one. Give a shout out to the seniors that I see on this Shriner roster: Annie Wallace, Riley Olhausen, Mallory Solis, Danielle Pedraza, Rebecca Gownley,
and ladies and gentlemen, championship apparel with the
Hannah Coleman'sberger,
of the 2023
Tassie Tatum.
SCAC softball championship.
That will be likely their last game in a Shriner uniform. Of course, these seniors are the last who could make use of a COVID year, but in the case that they don't, wish them a great congratulations on a great career at Shriner. But their season ends here as the Bulldogs, led by Sydney Willett and Serena Gonzalez, shut out and put up runs against the Mountaineers. At 12:30, we will play Southwestern versus Centenary. So be sure to join us for that one as well, as that will be an excellent game. Willett will get the win for today. Till then, I've been Reed Rosales, proud to present this game to you. Join us at 12:30 for Southwestern versus Centenary in an elimination game you won't want to miss.
I'm San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg. I am a Trinity University alum, and I want you to know about my passion for these two vibrant communities. My alma mater is now a nationally recognized liberal arts university, offering fully integrated arts, humanities, STEM, and professional programs. Grounded in the liberal arts, Trinity graduates students who think critically, act meaningfully, and contribute confidently throughout their careers. As for San Antonio, Trinity is an oasis in the heart of a city that serves as a cultural bridge to the Americas. We are a diverse community that values inclusion and welcomes intellectual curiosity and spirited debate. We're a city that challenges convention and welcomes new ideas. Great things are happening at Trinity University, in San Antonio, and through all our connections to our multicultural world. Join me in being part of this exciting moment.